Hello everybody! Welcome back to some more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Today we're heading back into the Grand Prix mode, once again playing Mirror Mode for the Booster Course Pass DLC courses. And today I'm in an actual dilemma. I've now played every single character, including my only me, Mythglad. So now I have to think what I'm going to do. I could play just any of the characters, or I could play an alternate costume of a character. But I really don't know what to do. So I'm just gonna play Mario. Here we go, we're just basic old Mario. Once again, the first time I played basic Mario, I obviously used him with everything standard. So I'm gonna mix it up a little bit when playing Mario. So what kart do I use? Let's use something I've never used before. And you know what? In the mainline Mario games, Mario sometimes rides Yoshi. So let's use the Yoshi bike. Now for our wheels. The leaf tires look good as they are green wheels and they go well with Yoshi. And for our glider, do we have anything else kind of Yoshi themed? Well, he does fight Waddle Wings in New Super Mario Bros. U, so you know what? Let's go with this. Here we go, just Mario referenced with all his platform adventures for our karts. And today, we are going to be playing the Propeller Cup in Mirror Mode, which consists of Tour Sydney Sprint, GBA Snowland, Wii Mushroom Gorge, and Sky High Sundae. Let's begin. So here we are, the first course of the Propeller Cup is Tour Sydney Sprint, and once again, being a city track on Mirror Mode, it's probably going to be difficult. But we are playing as a simple character, Mario, so hopefully it won't be too bad. And look at that, there's a little Yoshi over there. Hopefully he doesn't see that I'm riding on Yoshi. Oh, unfortunately, this is a kart with the nasty, awful drifting style where it's turns super sharp. And I don't like that. So I'm probably not going to be drifting too much in this episode, and only drifting when necessary. And I do have a lot of coins, which is nice. Now I'm fully maxed out on coins. So I'm just going to be driving straight for most of the time. Maybe doing a little bit of drifting where it's necessary, but I'm not going to be overusing the drift. Just using it when it makes sense. So this part, which is normally pretty easy, I have to really concentrate, because I'm using the Yoshi bike, and I did not know that this bike drifts, unfortunately, very awfully. And here's a blue shell. But fortunately, there is a speed boost up here, so I can pretty quickly get back up to top speed. So it's not been too bad so far. I haven't encountered anybody that's gotten in my way. I've not driven in the wrong way thanks to Mirror Mode. Everything's gone well. And I probably should have held onto that triple banana, but oh well. Ah, darn. I blame the bad drifting. Ooh, a mushroom in first? Why did I get a mushroom in first place? That doesn't seem very balanced. But you know what? If there's a shortcut anywhere, I will certainly take the opportunity to take it. Oh, a blue shell. Maybe... Oh, well, I don't have the mushroom anymore. Great. I was going to say I could use the mushroom to dodge the blue shell, but I no longer have that option. Uh-oh, Bowser's getting scary close. But fortunately, he did not pass us, so we get first place. So the next course of the Propeller Cup is GBA Snowland. And I've mentioned this before, but thank goodness the screen doesn't shake, because that was really annoying in the original version. Actually, it wasn't that bad, but it's just a feature that doesn't need to exist. So I'm glad it doesn't exist in the remade version. Oh, and I spun out. It's been a long time since I've spun out, starting in 7th. Oh, maybe I'll get some mushrooms that I can use for some shortcuts. Or just a standard green shell. You know, that works too. I can hit Bowser with it. Turn! Ah, darn, I blame the bad drifting. I'm getting bumped around by Bowser and Dry Bowser. I gotta avoid the penguins, or just run into them. Somebody ran into my bomb, and I was at the edge of the bomb explosion. I would have passed it, but they ran into it, triggering it to explode. Darn. So now I've got some mushrooms, so I can take this little shortcut over here, and I can take this little shortcut over here, and I can take one other little shortcut. I'll take this little shortcut over here, and now I'm nearly in first place. It's just Kamek who's in my way. Darn, I missed. It's always Kamek. Kamek. It's always Kamek who plays tricks in New Super Mario Bros. It's always Kamek who plays tricks in Mario and Luigi. And it's always Kamek who plays tricks in Mario Kart. Ooh, that was a good shot, though. I hit Kamek with it. Uh-oh, blue shell. No! So it's once again Kamek in front of us, which I do not like. But hopefully we should be able to pass him soon. I'm getting lots of items there. Ooh, a red shell. Take that, Kamek. It's just funny to see the red shell and a green shell bigger than the character themselves. That just doesn't look right. So this is getting pretty scarily close, actually. It's probably because I spun out at the beginning. Uh-oh, Kamek is a red shell. Kamek is a red shell. I'm pulling out the banana. Hopefully Kamek does not have a second red shell, or a mushroom. Seemed like Kamek had neither of those two, so we got first place. So the next course in the Propeller Cup is Wee Mushroom Gorge. And this is a really fun course, and I like it. It might be a little bit difficult with such a sharp turning bike, but hopefully we'll be fine. So we're gonna go this way, because I'm pretty sure it's the faster path, and if it's not the faster path, it's a lot more fun to take. So we're gonna go up this way, and we're just gonna take all the red bouncy mushrooms. Whee! It's scarily difficult, but it is a lot of fun. There we go, that's the first lap completed. We do have triple bananas, which I am going to hold on to. It does have the risk of being blown up by the blue shell, or being stolen by a boo. But I think triple bananas is worth those risks. There's a red shell. It's not a bomb, or a blue shell, or a lightning, or a boo, or any of the things that would instantly destroy it, so I'm perfectly fine with it. Well, speak of the devil, here's the blue shell. Now I gotta toss the bananas down. And nobody passed me. I've got a huge lead. Wow, I didn't even notice. So we're heading into the final lap. So we're gonna go this way once again. I'm not gonna take the other path. It's just not nearly as fun. It's just driving with speed boosts. And speed boosts aren't nearly as cool as bouncing mushrooms. Oh, I shouldn't have thrown that bomb. What awful timing. But our lead is so huge, it doesn't even matter. Look at how far ahead we are. We're like a third of the track ahead. or maybe a quarter. But still, we got a first place finish again. And here's the blue shell coming to ruin my life again. But we're heading into the final course. So here we are. The final course of the Propeller Cup is Sky High Sundae. And this course is pretty boring. It's not the worst course. That title would probably go to either SNES Mario Circuit 3 or Dry Desert. Actually, Dry Desert isn't as bad as Mario Circuit 3. Mario Circuit 3 is probably the worst course in this game. But this one and Dry Desert are also pretty close. Now this one, it's not like it's a boring course to race on. It just doesn't feel right. It's just like I mean, it's got lots of fun tricks like Excite Bike Arena, and that's cool. But there are parts like here that don't feel right. How you can't see anything until you land, how the camera's not, like, lined up correctly. How we fall really slowly. Ow. And also, it is just basically a giant loop. It's just something about this course doesn't feel right. And that's why I don't really like it. But I mean, it is giant ice cream. And ice cream is a fun gimmick. Especially if it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, that's kind of sad, but it's still a giant ice cream course. And ice cream is just fun to look at. Ooh, a super horn. I haven't gotten one of these in a while. Uh-oh. Oh, I took that way too dangerously, way too reckless. Oh, well, here's a blue shell. Not gonna be a problem anymore, though. So we're doing well. It's just not as big as a lead as we had on Mushroom Gorge, but it's still a lead, and any lead in Mario Kart is a good lead. So it's the final lap. I'm not going to go on the ice cream cone because I do not need any items. I've got essentially a perfect item loadout. The only other item loadout that'd be better than this would be a super horn and triple bananas. So lightning struck, it took away my one singular banana. Oh no, I almost fell off. That was scary. I shouldn't have taken it so recklessly again. I forget a lot of the time that I am on the Yoshi bike with bad or like harder to control drifting with sharper turns. Because I'm not used to that. I'm used to just regular drifting. A lot of bananas in that section, so let's add some more. Make it more difficult. Ooh, a mushroom. I missed it. That's too bad. But there we go. We ended with a pretty big lead, and that's another first place finish for Mario. So here is our overview of the Propeller Cup. Oh, this is showing us on Snowland when we failed our startup. And is it going to show us taking awesome shortcuts? Yes, it is. But anyways, our results for the Propeller Cup was first place on Sydney Sprint, first place on Snowland, first place on Mushroom Gorge, and first place on Sky High Sundae. So there we go, a 3-star finish, and we have collected 1,700 coins. A new vehicle customization option has been unlocked. So that's very cool. But we're gonna have to check that out in the next episode of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.